Award-winning natural bodybuilder and international executive chef Romel Griarte shares his best recipes for building strength. Sports performance trainer and nutrition expert Joe Arko coaches us through the nutritional components of those recipes and shares his knowledge working with professional athletes.
Are you tired of your boring chicken salad? Well, you're in luck, because today your chicken salad's gonna get a facelift.
A facelift, Joe?
Yes, thanks to you. Our Asian-inspired chicken salad is a perfect low-carb, high-protein, muscle-building, keeping you lean salad dish.
Keeping you lean salad dish. That's a lot of words, Joe.
Now, Body Fuel's chef bodybuilding Romel over here is going to show us something amazing today.
We're going to make a nice curry chicken right there with a little bit of skewers, and we're going to make a mango salad, Joe.
That sounds fantastic.
We're going to start off with a nice, healthy, skinless, boneless chicken.
Good.
And some fresh mango, some onions. We're gonna do a little bit of spice here. We're gonna use a little curry, a little ginger, a little garlic, you know, some coconut oil.
So step number one.
So step number one is we're gonna take this to make a nice marinade.
Here.
We have a little bit of curry.
Okay, we got some curry. Now, if someone isn't a big fan of the curry smell or the taste, is there another ingredient that they can use?
You can use turmeric as well too.
Now, turmeric is an amazing spice. Not only does it taste really good, it's a great anti-inflammatory. So for athletes who are constantly getting banged up or getting hurt, they have the inflammation in the joints, turmeric is a great herb to use to reduce that.
A little bit of ginger.
Ginger's great.
And of course, garlic.
Garlic, the 300-year-old wonder drug. It is a great antioxidant and also a very good antibacterial herb as well. Antibacterial is great because it helps with the immune function. So for those who don't want to miss workouts, who get sick very often, that is a great herb to be using.
And a little bit of coconut oil.
Now, coconut oil is one of my favorite oils to use. Now, I noticed when you poured that oil is actually a liquid. Now, when you buy coconut oil, it won't be in a liquid form.
It's more of a solid, yes.
It almost looks like lard. It comes in room temperature. It is an actual solid. Coconut oil is one of my favorite oils to use, especially when I'm working with my athletes.
Don't you work with the national kickboxing team?
Yes, and they use this every single day. Now, coconut oil, if you want to continue using that, is a medium-chained triglyceride. And what that means is that instead of when you ingest it, it doesn't get stored as a source of fat, but gets stored as a source of fuel instead. Fuel. So basically, when you're combining your protein with your coconut oil, that coconut oil will be used as fuel right away. So especially for kickboxers, athletes, it's a great form of fat to use on a daily basis.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some boneless, skinless chicken that we have right here, and we're gonna cut this up here, Joe.
So we got a couple pieces here already.
Yes.
And we're gonna show.
We're gonna cut off a little bit more.
Okay.
So it's boneless and skinless, as you can see right here, and we're just gonna make some nice size chicken cubes.
How do you decide which way to cut the chicken? So I noticed you went kind of lengthwise first.
You do whichever way you want.
Okay, so that won't really affect the cooking process?
No, it won't.
Okay.
But what will affect the cooking process, Joe, is actually the size of your chicken.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't have it too large.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And they should all pretty much be equally...
Exactly, equal
sizing.
sizing. That's exactly
evenly
it,
cooked.
Joe. Why don't you take this and then place this in the marinade?
Okay, so we have our chicken here now. We're going to place that in the marinade, and I will mix that around a little bit. Now, how long do you want this to marinate for?
Now, Joe, you could actually marinate this for roughly about half an hour, but if you really want to bind and the flavors in there, you could actually marinate for the night, like 24 hours, leave it on the skewers, and you know what? You're gonna have a lot more flavor. It's like anything that you marinate, the longer the marinate, the better the flavor, the more intensity that you have it.
Now, that curry and that garlic's already starting to come out. That smells absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Here's the bamboo skewers that have been soaked.
Okay.
Why don't you skewer this up here?
Sounds good. So roughly how many pieces do you want in here?
About 3 or 4 pieces, depending on the size of the actual chickens themselves.
Now, if you had some leftover vegetables or anything like that, is there anything else you recommend?
Actually, you know what? You could actually place a little bit of onions, a little bit of peppers in there if you want to have that kebab look.
Yeah, because commonly when you see a lot of skewers, you'll see some onions or some peppers and stuff like that in there as well.
That's exactly it. While you're doing that, I'm going to start to actually make a little bit of a dressing for you.
Okay, now what's the dressing going to be for?
The dressing is actually for the mango.
Okay.
The mango salad.
So what are we using in our mango salad here?
Our mango salad is actually going to be a little bit of fish sauce.
Nice.
I'm adding also some sesame seed for oil, for flavor.
Now, do you ever cook with sesame seed oil?
I don't cook with sesame seed oil because the fact is it has a very low smoking point, so it'll start to smoke before it actually starts to heat up.
So the sesame seed oil that we're working with right now is mainly just for a flavor.
Exactly, flavor building. Always build up those flavors, you know, Joe? and a little bit of coriander or cilantro, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. I want to place that inside there, fresh, not powdered, not dry.
You're all about the fresh, aren't you?
Exactly. It's about being fresh here. And we have a little bit of rice wine vinegar. Rice wine vinegar is actually really good vinegar, and it's actually lower in calories, believe it or not. And we have a brown sugar substitute here, but you could also use cane sugar or stevia.
Now this brown sugar substitute is not the same as regular brown sugar, so it won't have the same effects in terms of your blood sugar levels. So if you're diabetic or even looking to keep your blood sugar levels low, this is a great choice to use. Now if you are using brown sugar, be careful. Brown sugar and white sugar are pretty much one and the same thing, except for the coloring. People think, you know, brown flour, brown rice, a lot healthier for you, but in this case, brown sugar and white sugar are pretty much the exact same thing, so try to stay away from that.
Beautiful, Joe.
Okay, place these on
And now
here.
just place them on there. I want you to place them on a slight angle. That's it, correct.
Nice grill marks.
You want some nice grill marks on there. Oh, you can hear that. It's like a
Sizzle.
nice sizzle of a bacon, doesn't it, Joe?
Okay, next step. So while this is cooking off, how long will this need per side?
It's going to be roughly about 10 minutes per side.
Okay, so we got some time here. What are we gonna do in the meantime?
We're going to start to make the onions and the mango.
The mango. Now I notice we have some mango here already cut up. Now one thing I absolutely hate about mango is I never seem to be able to cut the mango properly.
Okay.
I'm hoping, I'm begging you, show me a better way to cut mango today.
So what we do, we take the mango, and what you want to do is you want to peel that mango.
Okay.
There's different types of mango out there, Joe. Back home in the Polynesian Islands, our mango is a little bit more yellow. The actual stone inside of it is a lot smaller.
Now stone, by stone you mean
Stone
seed?
meaning the seed
It's a
inside.
fancy way of saying seed?
Seed, yes, exactly,
Okay.
seed. But I like to call it stone.
Okay. Now one of the nice things about mango as well is that mango is very high in iron and very alkaline as well. Not only that, but it's a very low glycemic, low carb source as well.
Okay, Joe, I'd like for you to just not flip it, but just kind of switch it so
Turn it
that
a
way.
little bit?
Exactly. You want a nice grill marks on those, Joe.
So we're just gonna change the angle on these. These are smelling absolutely fantastic already. Another nice thing about mango too is it really helps with the digestion of the food as well.
Now we have the mango. So what we're gonna do, Joe, we're gonna do what's called julienne. So
Julienne.
Julienne.
Impress me with your julienne
Julienning, okay.
abilities.
What we want to do is we want to slice it until we get to the stone.
The stone,
The
as you
stone.
refer to.
Yeah, the stone, Joe. Okay. So nice julienne. So we're slicing it first. Till we get to where the stone is.
Now you let me know when you want these turned so we don't burn these.
Okay, I think you could turn them right now, Joe.
Okay. We're gonna give these a little flip. If you notice, beautiful browning on these already.
Those look absolutely fantastic, Joe.
I cannot stress enough how wonderful this is starting to really smell. These flavors are coming out just nice. Now for those of you, again, looking for a great meal for lunch, a great light meal for dinner, this is an unbelievably protein-packed meal. One of these skewers alone is going to give you about 30 to 35 grams of muscle-building protein per skewer, which is great. So your mangoes are almost done there. And now the sauce that we have here right now is going to be our marinade for our
Mango and onions, yes.
Now do you want me
And-
to throw these in here?
Not yet.
Okay.
Could you actually grab me the larger bowl there?
There you go.
Beautiful. I'm gonna take this mango, the julienne mango.
Looks fantastic.
Want to grab the rest of that mango too?
Sure, get these all dumped in here.
Exactly.
This is going to taste fantastic.
And now we're gonna do a little bit of red onions. Now, red onions has not just nice flavor, but nice color as well too. It's a little sweeter than your regular white onions, so it'll actually give a little bit better flavor to that.
Now, would you recommend a white onion for this or stick with the red?
I'd stick with the red, just to give it a little bit more color as well too.
Now, speaking of color, you make a very good point now that we're almost, putting this salad together, people often hear kind of eating in terms of the rainbow, a nice spectrum of colors in your dish. And that's so important because all these different colors are going to give you such different types of nutrients and antioxidants and vitamins and minerals. And we have a nice blend here between the reds, the yellows, and the greens in our salads, plus all this protein. So this is going to turn out absolutely fabulous.
See, if you look right now, Joe, look at this. Look at this. Look at all the nice colors that's in there,
Our chicken's got a few more minutes to go.
Beautiful.
It's smelling fantastic. So what I'm looking forward to the most here is we got this nice curried chicken with our garlic and our ginger, but it's such a different type of taste and texture with this.
The flavor
I'm looking forward to see how well that blends
together.
together.
What we're going to do is we're going to take this and just marinate inside there. Look at that.
So I've never really marinated my ingredients and dressed them and then put them on top of the salad. What's the purpose of marinating this as opposed to putting the mangoes, the onions on here and then putting the dressing on top?
Because I just want to build the flavors a little bit more, and I want the salad to stay by itself and a little bit more lighter as well too.
Okay.
Can you grab me those tongs, please, Joe?
Sure.
And now we're just tossing this together.
Now, do you need to set this aside for another half hour or so, or is it just enough to mix it around?
Well, you know what? It's just enough to mix it around. The longer it stays, like anything else, the more flavors get built up, Joe.
Okay.
And you can smell that. Can you smell this?
I can definitely smell that.
The sesame seed and the coriander and everything just blends beautifully together.
This is going to be fantastic.
We're actually going to be seasoning this a little bit of salt, always a little salt, brings up the flavors, a little bit of pepper as well too. It's not going to hurt it. It's actually just going to build the flavors even more so. If you can, would you like to be a gentleman and place that on top there?
Now, I don't have the skills as you do with the plate, so I'll do my best here. So you just want this evenly spread out?
No, actually more towards the middle.
Right in the middle?
You want that little bit more height there. Beautiful. And then now just a little bit more spread out to the sides there.
Okay.
Beautiful, Joe. Look at that. Look at the colors and the presentation that you're getting out of that, Joe.
Rest of the sauce on top?
Rest of the sauce on top there, Joe.
There we go.
Beautiful. Now, as you can see, by touching, you'll feel that, how far you are away from that cooking of the chicken itself.
Now, we've talked about chicken a lot. And one of the things you always mention is people just overdo their chicken when it comes to cooking.
Yeah.
And one of the things you always say to me is like, it's already dead. You don't have to keep killing it.
No.
Now, people are very afraid of undercooking their chicken.
You know what? Chicken should take roughly about 15, maximum 20 minutes. Now, Joe, those are nicely done right now. We're going to turn this off.
Okay, heat's off.
Beautiful.
Now, I want to see your plating skills, so I'm going to hand this to you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joe.
I'll grab that out of your way if you don't mind.
Thank you.
There you go.
Mucho gusto.
So as Romel's plating this, remember, this is an unbelievably great way of facelifting your boring salad. We have some nice healthy oils with the coconut oil. We have some great, Asian-inspired chicken here, all ready to go. We got our mango, nice low carb, give it a little sugar into the body. This is a perfect meal for anyone looking to stay lean, like this guy over here, and pack on some muscle. This looks absolutely fantastic. You've done a great job here. Now, there's a lot of salad in here, Romel. You gonna be eating this all by yourself?
No, Joe, I'm going to share with you this time. You know what? This is more of a 2-portion salad, Joe.
Perfect. Now, each portion of the salad will give you about 40 to 50 grams of high-quality muscle-building protein that you need after your workouts. Not only that, but it's a nice low-carb meal as well if you're looking to stay lean.
And it smells good and it tastes good. There's a lot of nice spices here. You know what they say about spice, Joe?
Variety is the spice of life.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to eating this. Thank you very much for presenting this today, and I hope you try it as well, because you know what? It looks and tastes fantastic. Enjoy.